Hi guys, Dr. Drwendydearborne here from the Laws of Attraction in Action. Welcome to episode 2 of What Dad Said. And today's parable is simply called the parable of the peanut. Well, one day I asked my father what he thought his greatest accomplishment in life was. Now, for most people who know my father, they know that sometimes Pop's answering could take forever. It didn't just feel like it took forever. It really did literally take forever. You see, Dad thought about what it was that he would say before he said it. Because you see, Pops understood the power of your spoken word. Pops understood that you create your life through the words that you speak. So therefore, he was very thoughtful before he uttered a word, before he expressed his thoughts. He was really thoughtful about the words that he used. Anyway, guys, I asked that question, Dad, what did you think, what was your greatest accomplishment, etc., etc. And I kind of expected a parable, one of his parables, but I kind of hope not. But guys, in terms of Dad answering, he answered really quickly. It kind of stunned me, like, whoa, And the thing is, Dad liked to do that sometimes. He liked to throw you off track. He liked to keep you on your toes. And he would tell you that too. He'd like to keep you on your toes by saying something totally in left field or doing something totally unexpected, like answering really quickly. Okay? Like answering really quickly. Anyway, to be honest with you, I knew in my heart when I asked that question, I knew in my heart of hearts that my father, Edward James, was going to say, my Pops was going to say that his greatest accomplishment was us. In particular, yours truly. Yours truly. I knew he was going to say that. But when he said his greatest accomplishment, or one of them at any rate, was you can't spend all your wages on peanuts, you could have knocked me down with a feather. And this was a joke to my father. And I knew it was a joke to my father because my father's jokes were dry. I'm talking about Kalahari, Serengeti, Sahara Desert dry. And I knew it was a joke because Dad was like, ho, 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 ho. I mean, Dad got a joke. He was laughing. All right? But I didn't get the joke. I didn't get it. I was totally and utterly confused. But I knew there was something to get because I could see, I could feel, and I knew one of Dad's micro parables were on its way. So I sat back and got ready because I knew I was going to be in there for the long haul. So I'm going to give you a backstory to this. Picture this. My dad as a kid, my father loved peanuts. He couldn't get enough of them. I mean, he really couldn't. He'd get his little pin money and he would spend it on peanuts. Peanuts, 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 and more peanuts. He swore to my Uncle Daniel, who is my late Uncle Daniel, actually my father's elder brother. He swore to Uncle Daniel, his brother, that when he gets his first paycheck, when he grows up and he gets a job and he gets his first paycheck, he's going to spend them all on peanuts. That's right. So, back to my question. What was your greatest accomplishment? And Dad said, you can't spend all your money on peanuts. So, I was sitting there looking confused but trying to look intelligent at the same time. I was sitting there looking confused, trying to look intelligent at the same time, and nothing was being said. So I bit. There was this question hanging in the air, so I bit. So I said, so Dad, did you spend your first paycheck on peanuts? And my father said, no. That is that. No. He said, I had responsibilities. I had things that needed to be taken care of. I was just so happy to have a paycheck. I wasn't thinking about peanuts. So I said, oh, I get it, but I kind of didn't. I really didn't. So my father said, when's? And he tapped me on my leg to make sure he had my undivided attention. He said, but with my second paycheck, I purchased some peanuts. And you know, I didn't spend all of my money on them. I couldn't. I had other things to do. I had other responsibilities. But you know, Wens, ever since then, I have always purchased peanuts. And guys, I'm going to tell you something that's true. Even towards the end of my father's life, you'd find peanuts in the house. As a child growing up, and my siblings can attest to this, there were peanuts. Dad would have peanuts. He would have dry roasted peanuts, Big D peanuts. He would have unsalted peanuts. He would have peanuts in the shell. He would have peanuts that to me didn't even look like peanuts. Peanuts in the skin. He would have roasted peanuts, salted peanuts, unsalted peanuts, peanuts with other nuts. He would have Golden Wonder peanuts, and more peanuts. I thought that once he had said that, and I kind of said, I get it. I thought we were done. But I realized that we weren't done because Dad was sitting very kind of quietly and he was doing this contemplation thing, and I realized that there was something else coming. And it did, because Dad asked me what I thought he meant. What I thought he meant. And guys, alas, I didn't have a clue. However, what I did was I went for the obvious. I literally went for the obvious. You have to prioritize and budget. Brownie points. You have to prioritize and budget. You were kind of wrong. You were kind of right. Okay, Wens? That answer wasn't quite right. You see, what transpired, and this is the point of the parable of the peanuts, what transpired was Dad was telling me, you can have what you want in life by adding it to the equation of all that you have to do. Dad said that you don't have to sacrifice your wants. You have to strategize your wants so you can get what you want. You see, you can have what you want in life, but you don't have to sacrifice to get it. You have to strategize to get it. And as Dad said, he loved peanuts. He spent every other paycheck, or from every other paycheck, all through his retirement, up until his transition, a portion of that went to peanuts. That's whether he spent $50, whether he spent $1, a portion went to peanuts. Dad said, you can have all of what you want in life. Don't come from a place where you feel you have to sacrifice. What you have to do is strategize and create a strategy so it's all inclusive. It is all encompassing. Dad said it is about inclusion and not exclusion. This is the parable of the peanuts. You need to be able to strategize. Strategize for what you want and you can get it. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne, and thanks, Pops, for that parable. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne. Until next time, guys. Peace.